大家好，我是 Ruby，中文名字是荣碧，今年我22岁，现在我在亚新基金会工作。我在奥克兰大学跟台湾学习中文，但是我其实9岁的时候开始学习中文，因为那时我的家人搬到了香港。学习中文至今一直是我生活中非常重要跟美好的一部分。Hello everyone, I'm Ruby. My Chinese language journey started when my family moved to Hong Kong when I was 9 years old and we were forced to learn Chinese in the classroom. And I really was resistant to the change of moving and found Chinese a very difficult task to conquer. So I really didn't enjoy it actually at first. But over time, I gradually fell in love with the language, learning the characters and the stories behind and included in these intricate strokes was really impactful for me at a young age. And so when my family moved around again and we finally made it back to New Zealand at high school, I decided to pick up Chinese language learning again and enjoyed it so much that I decided to study it at university and choose a degree of global studies that includes language learning as part of it. So I continued to study it at university and went on a language exchange to Taiwan most of the way through my studies, and I think it's a major reason why I now work for the Asia New Zealand Foundation. The very best thing about learning Mandarin Chinese for me is the way that language can function to break down barriers between people. So especially onshore in Aotearoa, connecting with people through Mandarin Chinese has enabled me to get to know a side of people that is inaccessible to most non-Mandarin speaking Kiwis. So particularly within Auckland's large Chinese diaspora, it has enabled instant connections and deep friendships that would have never been possible otherwise. It also allows for that invaluable experience of being a guest in someone else's culture, which we can all benefit from. Because of my Chinese language learning, I've been able to take part in so many amazing initiatives. I've been involved in high school speech competition. I've taken my learning further at university. I've taken Asian studies courses to complement that cultural knowledge embedded within the language as well. I've gone on a 3-month language exchange in Taiwan. It led me to my job at the Asia New Zealand Foundation, and now I'm actually going to be headed back over to Taiwan to embark on a master's degree there, all in part driven by my Chinese language learning. So it's been pretty impactful in my short life so far. My favorite Chinese word or expression is 缘分, which means kind of a fateful coincidence or a chance meeting bringing people together. I love this word for 2 reasons. Firstly, I've had a couple of experiences meeting Chinese people in Auckland where they have independently referred to our chance meeting as 缘分 and likened it to the English concept of serendipity, which happens to be a word which I think is pretty chill and cool. I also just love this word because it carries such a depth of concept within just 2 characters. It doesn't have a clear translation, and I like that about it. It's complex and challenging. I'm of the belief that learning any language can completely enrich your worldview, but beyond that, I think that learning Mandarin Chinese in particular is a particularly rewarding experience. Between the thousands of years of history, the sheer amount of people that you can open up these amazing communication channels with, the cultural knowledge embedded within the language, there's really something for everyone. Learning Chinese is challenging, but it is something that I think can be an enormous benefit and a life-changing one for any person. So for anyone who's ever considered learning Chinese but just hasn't got around to it yet, I highly recommend just take the plunge and go for it. 加油!